Welcome, beautiful yogis, to my channel, Theodora Spathis. We are going to begin at the top of the mat for our practice today. It is going to be heart-centered and fire-inspired. Now, as with any practice, you modify and adjust as you need to. Now, these aren't too long of a practice, so hopefully you can get through them without too many modifications, but of course, always listen to your body more than my cues. Okay, so let's begin grounding your feet. Spread your toes nice and wide, palms face forward, reaching the fingertips down towards the floor. Close your eyes. Let's draw all the energy and attention inward and lifting the crown of the head towards the ceiling. So really feel as though you're nice and tall. Chest is nice and open. Fingers are reaching down, so you're feeling that length through the neck and through the collarbones. Feet are planted firmly into the mat. You can feel all 10 toes. You can feel your heels pressing down, the soles of your feet. Breathe. You're inhaling deeply towards the belly and exhaling out through the nose. So feel the earth underneath your feet and feel the crown of the head continuously reaching up. Take a final big deep breath in here through the nose. Big sigh out, open the mouth, open the eyes, let it go. We're going to bring our hands to our heart center. Palms pressing firmly, elbows press out wide. We're going to sit back into chair. So if there's any knee issues, take your feet a little bit wider, about hip width apart, and I like to cue that you can be able to see your toes. If not, just push your hips back a little further without rounding your spine. Now sweep the arms 45 degrees, arms by your ears, palms a little more facing towards the sky, and try to keep the head in line with your spine. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, sit back a little lower. Breathing in, lifting. Breathing out, extending back. 2 more breaths. Good. And on the next inhale, release, come into your first forward fold. So we're going to just move the hips side to side and doing this through bending one knee at a time. And you might need to take the feet wider again as we're at the beginning of the practice. And maybe turn the head side to side as you're straightening out one knee at a time. Now, it doesn't have to be a complete straighten. You can move in a way so as you start to release and get more flexible, the length of your leg will start to get longer. So you might need to just keep both knees bent. It doesn't matter. Okay, a couple more. Both the head and the hips side to side. I like this pose with the adjustment because you really start to notice what side is tighter and just beginning to loosen up. So you're gonna bring the hands onto the shin bones, look straight ahead, flatten your back, maybe soften the knees. And if you can feel the shoulders by your ears, drop them back. So actively working here, maybe draw that pelvic floor in as well. Holding your halfway lift. Take one more inhale here, and then let's come into a forward fold. Bring your palms to the mat, step back into your plank. We're going to come into a modified plank. So bring your right knee down onto the mat underneath your hip. We're going to turn to face the left. So the right foot will go out behind you. So you'll have a nice long line, hip, knee, and heel, knee, and hand, and raise the left arm to the sky. Breathe. If there's any wrist issues, you can always make a fist. So extending, be mindful you're not sitting those hips back, really lengthen. And if there's no dizziness, look towards your hand. Breathe. Reach the arm forward, bicep to ear, feel that extension. Now bring both palms to the mat, back into your full plank. If you need to modify, drop to the knees. Otherwise, holding nice and strong. Tuck that tailbone under, breathe. right, we're gonna slide forward a little, bring the chest down onto the mat, keep those elbows in, lift up into your cobra. Sorry, it's windy here this morning. And look over one shoulder towards the back of your mat, and then over to the other side. Let's do that one more time. Breathing in, back to center, exhale, twisting, and over to the other side. Breathe. Back to center, child's pose. Take those knees a little bit wider, sit those hips back. Keep your arms extended, palms facing the ceiling. Breathe. One more breath in through the nose. And big sigh out through the mouth. Right, roll back up onto all fours and lift up into your downward facing dog. So always remember to spread your fingers nice and wide, so distributing the weight through your hands. And just as we did earlier in standing forward fold, we're going to just walk the feet in place. So really just bending the knees, and if you'd like, maybe sway the hips a little side to side. Breathe. Try to move through as much of the foot as possible. You'll find there's little spots of tightness, maybe a bit more through the inner arches, maybe a bit more through the ball of the foot. Okay, let's take one more breath. And on your next inhale, we're going to step the right foot outside of your right hand, drop the back knee down, keep your left hand onto the ground, and twist open into a low lunge. Open that chest, breathing in. Breathing out. Keep twisting open. One more breath here. Nice. Inhale, hands back to the mat. Step it back into your downward facing dog. Walk it out. And when you're ready, on your next inhale, look forward, step the left foot outside of your left hand. Nice long extension through the back leg. And twist open through the left side. So create space. You don't want to collapse onto that shoulder. Press the floor away. Breathe. Now, if you can't quite get the range where your hips are a little bit tighter, that's okay. So do not compare yourself that you need to be super flexible here. We're just warming up and opening up through the hips and creating some extension. Nice work. Hands back to the mat. One more downward facing dog here. And final, walking the feet in place. And spread your toes. Excellent. Good. All right, press those heels down, look towards your hands. We're going to bend the knees, step your feet towards the front of the mat. From here, come into your forward fold. Take your arms wide, look straight ahead. Big deep breath in, mountain pose, extending upwards. And exhale, release, hands down by your side. So take your feet a little bit wider, just about hip width apart. We're going to bring the arms to the sky. Take a big deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the left hand behind you and twist open towards that left side. Inhale, come back up to sky. Exhale, twisting towards your right, so opening up through that shoulder. Good, breathing in, back to neutral. Exhale, twisting around. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. And we do that one more time, each side. Breathe it in. Find that extension. Maybe look a bit more over that back shoulder. Maybe reach the hands a little further around. And last one. Inhale, lift. Extend. Exhale, twist. Nice work. Inhale, bring your palms together. Interlace those fingers to come into a pistol grip. Reach it back, arms by your ears. Squeeze, contract your buttocks. Hold. And breathe. Reach those arms, lengthen through those fingers. One more breath. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe it in. We're gonna hold for one more breath here. One more time, not just one more breath. So again, activate those shoulders. Activate the pelvic floor and your core. Breathe. Keep the head long. So you're not throwing the head back, you're not tucking the chin in, you have a nice long spine. One more breath. You're doing great. Okay, we're gonna move a little bit more quickly. Palms to the ground. This time we drop left knee towards the mat. Turn to face your right. Nice long alignment. Hand, knee, foot. And again, tuck that tailbone under, feel that extension. Breathe. Extend the arm forward. Feel between the ribs. Breathe. And hands come back down onto the mat. We hold again, our plank. Breathe. Belly in. And slide forward, chest to the mats. Come up into your cobra, breathe it in. Look over one shoulder, over the other side, and one more round each side. Keep breathing, find that extension, and then back to center, child's pose. We're gonna take 2 breaths in your balasana. Sorry, my voice is getting a little husky this morning. Temperature, if you are watching this in Australia, has dropped from 37 down to 18 today, so it's a massive drop. Not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. So rise back up and back into down dog. Anything extreme changes will always impact the body, so just keep that in mind wherever you are in the world watching this, that anything extreme, you just need to nurture your body a little bit more. So warm soups for me today. Okay, let's come into your forward fold. So step your feet to the front of the mat. Breathe it in and breathe it out, fold. Come up to your mountain pose. Inhale, reaching up. Always feel that extension. Hands back to heart center. Release your arms down. Okay, we're gonna come into warrior 2. Bring your palms to heart center. Bend your knees. We're gonna step left leg back. Open the arms wide. Ground your feet. Make any alignment adjustments. And try to keep your shoulders above your hips. So if you can feel yourself leaning forward, just bring that back. When you first start, and if you've always been in this position, this is going to feel really back. Now, as with every practice, if it feels too much to the shoulders, palms to the sky. All right, we're going to reverse the warrior. On your next inhale, reach it up and back. And as you exhale, we're going to come into extended side angle. Bicep to ear, reach it forward. Take your time, breathe it in, reverse. And breathe it out, extend. So that one more time. Inhale, reverse. Keep the legs strong. Exhale, lengthen forwards. Well done. Hands to the mat. Into your plank. Right knee to the ground. Twist open towards your left. If you'd like to go a little bit further, keep both legs long, extending. Side plank. Now reach the arm over the head. And hands to the mat. Plank. Chaturanga. Come into your cobra. Find a bit more extension. No looking over each side this time. And either child's pose or come into your down dog. Breathe. Lengthen your spine no matter where you are, and shoulders relax. We're going to take one more breath. If you're in child's pose, rise back up. Inhale, step your feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Up into mountain pose. Big deep breath in. Exhale, release, hands down. We're going to do that spinal twist we did earlier. So inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, twist, look over that back shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, look over that back shoulder. Let's do one more round. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Twisting. Inhale. And twist as you exhale. Well done. Inhale, pistol grip your hands. Reach it back, lengthen, open those hearts. Hold and breathe. Keep lengthening, lift. And inhale back to center. Exhale, forward fold, nice work. Halfway lift, breathe it in. Plank. Let's take the left knee down or go straight into your side planks. Remember, knee underneath the hip. and hand underneath the shoulder. All right, let's come into your extended side stretch, side plank. Breathe, lift those hips high. And hands to the mat, plank. Chaturanga, breathe it in, cobra. And back into child's pose or down dog. Ooh, I've missed the warrior two. Don't you worry about that. I'm going to come back to it in a second. All right, one more breath here. And inhale, step the feet to the front of the mat. Come into your forward fold and rise up. Exhale, release, hands down. All right, so feet slightly apart. I'm going to face the other direction and step it to the back of the mat so that you can see me face on, not my butt. Okay, so hands to heart center. Sit into a bit of a chair pose. Take your right leg back, open up, warrior two. Now you don't have to step what I just did. I just don't want to have my back to you. So chest is open, shoulders are down and looking over your left hand. Breathe. Straighten that back leg. Strong through the front thigh. Breathe. Holding strong. Couple more breaths. Next inhale, reverse the warrior. Reach it up and back. And we come into extended side angle. Breathe. And we do 2 more rounds. Breathe it in, lift and lengthen. Breathe it out. Extend forward. And one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extend your side angle. Good. Hands to the mat, into your plank. Chaturanga. Open up. Up dog or cobra. And one more, downward facing dog. Spread those fingers wide, lengthen through the heels. We have 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, bend the knees, right foot outside of your right hand, drop the back knee down and turn to your right. Now this time we're gonna take the arm behind the back and pull the shoulder back, so really getting it through the chest. Breathe. Now I tend to have my toes tucked at the back. It just feels more stable for me, but it might not work for you. So you can always have your foot relaxed. Breathe. Inhale, release, come back to center, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, left foot wide, drop the back knee down. Open up to your left and wrap the arm behind your back. Breathe, draw the elbow and the shoulder back. Press the floor away from you. Take a final breath. And once you're done, hands back to the mat. We're going to step back into one more down dog. And then come into a quick little child's pose. Keep the arms long, knees wide, and lengthen here. Okay, we're going to come into a variation of threading the needle. So rise back up onto all fours. Before we do that, let's do a few cat-cows. So move however feels good for you today. Rounding your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, chin to sky. Now I say move in a way that feels good because you might feel a little bit stiff in your back and you might want to not increase the range as much. Or maybe you want to move around a little. I do encourage you to move however your body feels. And that way, you're always listening to your body. Okay, a couple more rounds, a couple more breaths. Good. Okay, complete your round. Then we come back to center. We're going to take the right arm up. So inhale, take your right arm to the sky. Take the arm across the floor. So really try to get the back of the shoulder down. Rest the side of your head onto the floor. Come up onto your fingertips. Now, this is going to be your support. So take your left leg out to the side. Don't worry if you lose your balance. and try to turn your body towards the ceiling. Breathe. So you want to feel this down the back of the neck, back of that right shoulder. Breathe. Maybe take the left hand to the sky. Maybe take the left leg up and hold. 2 more breaths. And release, come back to center. Nice work. All right, slowly release. All right, I'm gonna flip around. You don't have to do anything. Just don't want my back to you. So when you're ready, inhale. Left arm to sky, open up. Take the arm across the floor, create some space. Get a bit of a resistance point. So you're not just flopping down, you're actually trying to twist open. Okay, when you're ready, take that right leg out to the side. Now this might be enough, okay? So hold. Maybe this is too much, so keep the knee on the ground. Turn your head towards the ceiling, so twisting open. Breathe. I did say I was going to increase a little bit of heat today. Not heat, I did say fire, right? So, all right, if it's available to you, slowly raise that right leg up, hold, breathe, hold, keep breathing. Two more breaths. And gently release. Nice work. If you've done it, fantastic. If not, also fantastic. Okay, we're gonna do a few more rounds of your cat-cows. Just 3. Well done. Okay, we're gonna come into a little bit more of a back bend. So tuck the toes under. Now come up onto the heels. So we're going to do a couple of variations of your camel stretch. So this automatically is a bit too much for some people. So you might need to have your feet relaxed, and depending on your knees, either hands will go behind your back, again, either toes relaxed or toes flexed, okay? So hands behind your back, and you're going to press those hips forward. Open the chest, remember, focusing on that heart, on those hearts today, and breathe. Now, if this is just too much for you, this is where then you can modify into your camel pose. So again, feet relaxed or feet tucked under, hands onto the top of your butt, not onto your waist, that bony part across your lower back, elbows in, and then lengthen forward. Try not to collapse. Inhale, lift, exhale, lengthen. So 2 variations there. I'm gonna go with the first one. So press away. By all means, do what feels best for you. Allowing your heart, your throat, the belly, and those hips to lengthen. 3 more breaths. And gently release. Okay, we're gonna do some neck rolls. 2 to 3 each way. Okay, so just for variation, I'm going to come into the second round that I showed you. So for me, I'm going to have hands on the back. You can go into what I just did with the first round, which was hand behind you, lift and lengthen. So the second round for me, I'm going to go with this variation here. So pressing the hips forward, opening the heart, elbows in, and breathing. Squeeze, contract your buttocks. 2 more breaths. And once you're done, release back down. 1 more neck rolls. 2 to 3 each way. And once you're done, let's come on to our bottoms, legs out in front, and give them a good shake out to release. Okay, so I like to call this licorice twist. If you know the official name for this pose, please tell me in the comments, but this is what I've named it. So feet as wide as your mat, you're gonna swivel onto one side of your buttock. So make sure both butts are not down, just the side of your hip. So your spine is long. You're going to walk the hands. Maybe it's to here. Maybe you can walk them around a little further. But keep your spine long and head towards the back of your mat. Breathe. So imagine like a corkscrew. You're twisting around. 2 more breaths. And gently release. We're going to do the other side, lifting and twisting. Keep the spine long and find a position that works for you. If you notice your back is a little uncomfortable here, that main lower back, you might just be tucking that, sticking your tailbone out too much. So tuck your bum in. Little adjustments can make a big difference. Okay, 2 more breaths here. And once you're done, we're gonna come back to center, roll onto our backs, knees to your armpits, soles of feet to the sky for your happy baby. And if it feels good, rock side to side, otherwise just hold your pose. So a little bit of back bending there to really open up those heart meridians. Especially if you're sitting down for long periods of time. Nice to get some back extension to strengthen your back muscles. Okay, now come back to center. Bring the soles of your feet together. Keep a hold of either your feet or the ankles. Bring your heels to your groin. And if you're able to, relax your head and your shoulders down. Pull the knees back. So a variation of bound angle here, where we might do this one seating. Today we are lying down. And release, feet down onto the mat. We're gonna come into some bridge poses. It's gonna be an active variation, so remember, we're increasing a little bit of heat today. So arms up over the head. Take a nice big deep breath in. As you exhale, press the arms down, lift your hips up. So like a lever. Inhale, back to the floor, arms and hips. Exhale, arms down by your side and hips lifting. Good, keep it going. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, lower down. Breathing out, pressing up. A few more rounds. Be a bit more intentional with your exhale. So any stress, any worry in the belly, breathe it out. Let's go 4 more. We're gonna hold on that 4th one. And hold, lift, keep breathing. Walk those arms a little closer. And inhale, release those hips down. Knees to chest, arms extend out. Big deep breath in. Exhale, twist the knees over to one side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twisting. Use the arms as you keep alternating to help ground you and to use your core a little bit more. So inhale, center. Exhale, twist. 3 more each side. If you'd like to add a bit more neck rotation, so turn the head opposite direction of your knees. If you like a little bit more spice, take the legs a little further away from you. We've got 1 more round. Well done. And back to center. Release the arms, shake everything out. Okay, we're gonna come into an inversion. So, excuse me. Option 1. Arms down by your side, hold your bridge. Now, as a variation to what we just did, you can clasp your hands, again, coming back into those heart openers, and hold your bridge pose from there. So you're not supporting your butt, you are pressing the arms down. So that's option 1. Option 2, if you'd like, you're gonna lift up into your plow pose. So hips will lift high, or to where you can. Back of the arms supporting your weight, and feet reaching up over your head. So option 1, bridge pose. Option 2, if you feel more comfortable, and it's available to you and you're not feeling like you're going to break your neck because you're a new yogi, you come into your plow pose. Now, quite often when you first start yoga, lifting your legs up regardless is a little scary. Anxiety gets triggered. So it is a process. And then eventually, once you start doing it once, twice, a few times, and then over a regular period of time, you'll feel more comfortable. This is a great back stretch. One of my favorites. Prefer this over standing or sitting just because of the release it gives my neck. And I get to feel those legs getting closer and closer to the floor. Now it is morning for me here, filming this. So my back and legs are not as flexible as they would be later in the afternoon. But I continue to breathe and just allow my body to release as and when it's ready. Okay, 4 more breaths. And when you're ready, lower the arms down with core control. Slowly release your back and your legs down, especially if you're in plow pose. If you're in bridge, just extend your legs out and down. All right, let me just swivel back up onto the mat. Okay, final pose that we're going to do. Bring your elbows in line with your shoulders, hands just underneath your thighs, buttock region. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, press the floor away from you, and come into your fish pose. So again, lifting and lengthening the heart, creating a little bit of a back bend here, or more than a little, but you know what I mean. Not too long. 4 more breaths. And when you're ready, tuck that chin in, roll onto your back, release your arms, give the hands and arms a good shake out. That's it, wave your feet side to side. And find your center here. Close your eyes, get grounded into your Shavasana. Now, if your back doesn't feel good with this, you can always bend your knees. Okay, I want you to envision where you are, just a wave of air, like water, coming towards the shore. You're breathing that in, slowly and deeply. It's very calm water. And as you exhale, you slowly breathe it out. So I want you to take yourself into a deeper relaxation. Breathing in slowly. Breathing out slowly. And again, inhale. And exhale. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Let's do one more round. And let it go. All right, just breathe normally. And just let the energy circulate within and around you. Stay here for a little bit longer if you like. Just set yourself up wherever you are, whether it's morning or evening or daytime. You can always set yourself up to either be energized or to be relaxed. It's what intention you place behind your practice. And as I leave you again for this practice today, always remember that you are enough, that you are amazing, and you are truly divine. And I wish you the most amazing morning, day, or evening ahead. Keep shining your light bright. Thank you for being here. Until next time, thank you and namaste.